Hey everyone, welcome back. So I'm in Beverly Hills and I'm about to spend one night in the iconic hotel behind me. You might recognize it if you've seen movies like Pretty Woman. Stars of stage and screen have stayed here. You'll often see celebrities staying at the hotel. Built back in the 1920s, it's on the historic register for old buildings in the US. It's got so much history. I've booked myself into a corner suite. Let's go check it out, come on. Wow, check out the lifts. Look at that. You notice a running theme in this hotel for letterboxes for some odd reason. I'm going to show you to my room. Now, it's not in the main part of the hotel, which I didn't realise when I booked. Gives you a little bit of history on the hotel when it was first built, 1920s. How it rose to fame. Elvis apparently lived in the hotel. And a recent addition is Wolfgang Puck's Steakhouse, which I did try to get reservations, but apparently they were full tonight. So I've got to go through here. This is where the cars turn up, valet parking. There you go. Now we see a Rolls Royce. Rolls Royce, look, just casually parked there. I love that old photo of the hotel. Look at that, the old classic American cars outside. The hotel literally has not hardly changed at all, apart from the back being added on in recent years. Floor 12. You know it's a posh lift when they've got chairs in them, right? Nice and comfy. Shame there's only two and not one long one. So I'm right at the end, floor 1261. The corridors are a little bit, I don't know, what's the word? Very plain. The rattling of the air conditioning. Almost a little bit spooky. I love the old glamorous doorbells, look. Anyone in? Welcome to my corner suite. What's great about it, it's got three balconies. Bedroom and bathroom back there. Let's check out the living room area first. By the way, I have started that water already. It wasn't like that. These are so odd. So these chairs are like real stiff and hard. They don't move. And then the top part actually just swivels around. If you don't kind of move the base, if you're sitting like that, that can hurt your legs. Detailing on these for this hotel is quite surprising. I mean, look at that. That is gross. Bearing in mind, this is not me. Look at all the crumbs on there. The living room area, huge big couch, marble table, nice big TV. Pretty basic with the furniture. Some interesting reading. Bear necklace. And David Webb. Love the Art Deco design though of the lighting. Look at that. That is so cool. Super shiny. A phone and a notepad. Very surprised by a hotel of this standard to have, well, cheap plastic plants. And the plastic plants continue actually over here. Again, I was quite surprised, but yes, it must be expensive to put them in, but for the price rate of the room, you'll probably think to yourself, well, maybe they could have added the odd flower in there. Some fake moss? Real moss? I don't know. A fast charging point here. The menu for in-room dining. Look at that, you can go for the Pretty Woman, omelette, avocado, tomatoes. So prices vary between $30 to $40, but you can get dining for 24 hours. There is a spa here. That's the price list for the spa. For a massage, 60 minutes, around about $265. The views from the balconies are pretty good. I'll show you those in a minute. Well, the minibar isn't overly exciting. First up, we've got a coffee machine, a couple of cups, a kettle, and something that is a bit odd is that this water with the lid already opened, and it wasn't me. Has someone taken a swig out of that? It doesn't look full. So that's a bit concerning. That's how they're supposed to look. As you twist it, they click. But this one, yeah, I noticed that straight away. And stupidly, I did take a sip from that. Some cocktail glasses, very nice. The branding is on point. Look how tiny the box of chocolate confetti is. Basically like Smarties. Everything's getting smaller nowadays. Even the mini bar. Look at the nut sizes, they're small. Never understand why they always put like gummy bears in there. I think the coffee is complimentary, I hope so, with some Coffee Mate. Also some honey, because in America they do love their big range of tea, which a lot of people like to add honey. Bottle of red wine. And then we've got this fridge. And inside there it's all censored. So your spirits one side, champagne. And actually, the price list for the minibar, I can't seem to find. Where's the price list for it? Ah, you've got to scan a QR code. I don't need to know the prices. I already know they're going to be expensive. So this is the bedroom, and this is a really nice size, obviously being on a corner suite. What I love about the corner suite is you've got different views out of that window. These close off, so if you want at night time, you can close these off. That's fake as well, that's plastic. I love how the headboard wraps around and continues down here. Nice marble. The lampshades are just ridiculously big. Couple of drawers here. Couple of books for some reading. By the way, I went to a vending machine to get a drink at the airport, and this is all the change it gave me. That's pretty cool. Some parts of it are Art Deco, others are very business-like, but you can still see all the chips on here. So obviously the hotel is very old. It looks like this is reasonably new carpet. A nice little mini sofa just over there. We've got another view out of this window. If I pull this up.
9 times out of 10, when you travel to an expensive state, the California, the New Yorks, the East Coast, West Coast, if you stay in the downtown area, you're just paying for the name. Like this hotel right here at the Beverly Hills, you're literally paying because it's Beverly Hills. Another thing, make reservations. Make reservations. If you don't make reservations, a lot of these places in the bigger states, once again, I use New York and California because those are very popular tourist states. Make reservations. You see the room, the wood's chipping on the furniture. A lot of these hotels, they're going to take care of the carpet, the bedding. That's the main focus. So if you go there, they're not going to be perfect. It's a business. Certain things won't be right, but remember, you're going to pay a lot of money. I think towards the end of the video, he will break down how much he paid. I believe for this room, I did research myself. It was $1,000. You also have to be aware that hotels are cheaper Monday through Wednesday, just because that's the beginning of the week and the middle of the week. They start going up on Thursday through Saturday. Make your reservations.
So we've got a view of Beverly Hills. Just want to say a massive thank you to today's sponsor, Airalo. So if you're like me and you travel a lot, have you ever received a huge roaming bill after your trip abroad? Have you ever lost your phone service or connectivity whilst traveling? And I've done it, and I've found myself searching desperately for free Wi-Fi. Trusted by 10 million world travelers. Forget physical SIMs, Airalo is a digital eSIM. Connected to local networks wherever you are. There's no need to buy an extra SIM card. There's no need to buy an expensive global plan. All you need to do is download the app and buy one of their eSIMs. I get to keep my original home number, and I get to roam as much as I want. What's great about it is they have SIMs in over 200 countries and territories around the world. They even have SIMs that cover entire regions like Europe, Middle East and Asia. Stay connected on your next trip without the hassle and download the Airalo app today. And don't forget to use my code. The link is in the description. Thanks for Airalo for sponsoring today's video. But let's talk about the bed. A king bed Really nice and comfy. So when I booked it, they sent me an email, actually. Concierge and guest services were talking to me about, you know, what I wanted in the room, etc, etc. And don't laugh, I said about an encasement mattress, which they said no problem. Bear in mind, last time I was in Beverly Hills, at the Beverly Hills Hotel, they supplied one, it was great. Here they said, yep, sure, we can do that. I asked probably 3 or 4 times. Even upon arriving, I said, you do have that. And then I checked, and it doesn't have one. There you go. But apparently it's a new mattress, so I can't complain. If you've ever stayed in a Four Seasons, you'll know about the pillows. They are huge. Love the branding on them. Very surprised they haven't tucked this in, because normally you see it tucked in like that, don't you? So it looks a little bit neater, but they kind of just left it all hanging down. This is where you can control all the lights from the bed, and also it's got a night light. I do love these hotels that have that. So in the middle of the night, you just have that on, just in case you need to get up to go to the toilet. Don't really understand what this is. Bluetooth or something. You can put your phone there for charging. There's a little notepad and a pencil. So let me show you this balcony. And you'll see what I mean about the hotel. Obviously is, well, UK wise, a listed building. It is on the registry for historic buildings in the US. But it feels like I could really break this handle off. I mean, look at that. And really worn, and everything seems a little bit scratched. Let me show you the view.
If you are in a hotel and you find that something is broken, I would stop what I'm doing and call the front desk and have them fix it. Because if you don't call the front desk, then they will assume you're the last person to use the room and they can technically charge you for it. So if everything fails, you're in the room, something breaks, call the front desk or film it and record it for your own sake.
These chairs are so cool because they're really designed perfectly for you to just lounge in with the footstool there. There's the view of Beverly Hills. As I come up to the end, we can see just down to Rodeo Drive. I was told that I have one of the best rooms for sunset. Let me show you this balcony. This handle seems a little bit better. So a different view and perspective, and because I'm right on the corner at the very end, look, you can see all the apartments going down there. But that's the bathroom, so my balcony goes all the way up to here. So yeah, it's a shame it's not a wraparound balcony, but I can't complain. Nice couple of seats. Appreciate the overhang though, with the sun. You can probably see Los Angeles just in the background over there. You can probably see the pool just down there. It's fairly busy at the moment, so we'll check that out in the morning. So let me show you the bathroom, because this bathroom is huge. Bath and shower in here, all marble. It's really nice. Just look at all that. And then it kind of goes up into the bath. Bit of a small bath, but it's a nice deep bath. However, they're a little bit worn over that side and over here. I've never seen a marble tissue box before. That's great. Just love all this space. And the marble theme continues up into the shower. The only thing I would say about this shower is it's not that powerful. Obviously, I arrived last night and the shower itself isn't great. I wish it was a little bit more powerful than it is. But how many people can we get in this shower? Well, I think a solid 1, 2, 3. I think we can get a solid 4 people in here. It is amazing. I do read your comments, and there are still some people that don't really understand why I talk about the amount of people in the shower. I do it purely just to demonstrate how big the showers are. I'm glad we've cleared that up again. And for those hard to reach places, an extra shower head, couple of robes, and the hairdryer is in there. Look at that. You want to do your makeup and stuff, you can sit down there. And here's a question for you, do tell me in the comments, are you ever interested if I show you the toilet? I always feel a bit weird showing the toilets. They've got to be in every hotel room, but they're never very glamorous. Some are actually alright, but I always show them, but there you go. By the way, that is my shirt. Hasn't been gifted to me. There's an iron there. Is this complimentary? Maybe. There's nothing in it though, a Four Seasons bag, if I wanted to keep it. We have a safe, laundry bags. We've got some posh black hangers, like this wallpaper. This is groovy. As always, I'll come to the price at the end. Now, in the morning, I'll check out the pool and we'll explore a bit more of the hotel. It is fairly busy right now, and I hear that there are some celebrities staying in the hotel, which I don't wish to bother. I'd probably get told off if I was filming them anyway. As I am yards away from Rodeo Drive, it would be wrong if we didn't go and check it out.
That is the end of the video. It's not the full video because it's like 30 minutes. I will add the link to the description of his video, Walk with Tim, so you can go follow the video and subscribe to him. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Sony reviewed it, another hotel reaction video. Until next time.